Hey, this is a response to a channel I'm following and I've subscribed to called Quirk Zone. He said I'm one of his biggest fans. This just tells me you don't have enough fans, man. We need to get more fans and more viewers. I think for the most part, you are an excellent spokesperson for the phenomena. You do have a lot of passion, which at times can seem like anger. It probably doesn't. You probably may not be angry internally. But the reason why I bring that up, man, is that I believe that we need more spokespeople. We need to. This topic has a chance to go public again, like it did in the '60s and '70s, right? Especially in the '60s. Project Blue Book special report, I believe it was number 17, came out in 1969. And the crazy thing about it is people took the results as, it debunked everything. Everything has a mundane cause. But it actually said that 30% of what was reported in Project Blue Book, number 17, report number 17, the other 16 were never published, went public as far as I know, is that about 30% were unexplained. And in science, if 30% of anything is unexplained, it requires further investigation. You can't actually close the case because that's statistically significant. It may not be considered high evidence or proof, but it's statistically significant. Almost stumbled on my words, right? And so I believe we need this public discussion, and I'm glad that you are leading this public discussion. All right. So I just want to, be the voice of moderation and caution because there's so many people looking to discredit even investigating, even talking about it. And so it's kind of like if you were giving a speech, a valedictorian speech or something like that. You sort of have to a little bit censor what you say. You sort of have to moderate your message because you want to win people over that are sitting on the fence. The hardcore debunkers are not going to be won over. I've made a video on this channel about how many people are not prepared to have this conversation. They don't have the emotional, informational, intellectual, and social wherewithal to have this conversation, right? And you stated that you were a news reporter, I believe, for 14 or 15 years. It's a big length of time. And, you have your beliefs, you have your experiences. You got to remember, me and other people, we don't have your experiences, man. I wish I could have been a reporter for 14 years. I thought being a news reporter would be a really great thing. And I did the school paper in community college and all that. That's not a career path that I went down, but I think that's impressive. And the fact that you have had these experiences, especially, I don't know if it was daylight or nighttime, you were on a fishing trip and you saw this humongous sort of pyramid-shaped thing floating in the air. I mean, that's less than once in a lifetime. Most of us never see that, right? That's an unambiguous thing. I can see why you're passionate, but I've never seen these things. The audience over here listening to you, we've never seen these things, and they interact with people on a day-to-day basis that are very skeptical or against this topic, and that's because of the culture of ridicule around the topic, right? So, yeah, maybe I'm suggesting being overcautious. I don't know. But you do have an audience. You have about 123 subscribers, and I'm one of them. And I'm intrigued by this topic. And then, I believe we need all kinds of spokespeople. You have Avi Loeb, who's high-end, high-status academician, Harvard University, physicist, astronomer, and he is really leading that charge, at least for further investigation. And then you have guys like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who are more, almost a debunker, but even he has said, well, I'm glad people are investigating these things around our nuclear facilities. I want people to look at these things. So even he has been forced by, things like the congressional report to say maybe we should take a look at it, right? And, I'm also, like, I noticed, I think you're from Pennsylvania. I grew up in Hamilton, New Jersey. And, I lived briefly in Chester, Pennsylvania. I've hung out in places like Philadelphia and New Hope and Harrisburg. In the National Guard, I went to medic school, Army EMT B school, Emergency Medical Technician B school in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And, so I like the familiarity of hearing your accent and your attitude. It's something I'm familiar with. I'm currently relocated in Columbia, Missouri, but I like hearing, things relating to where I grew up. I relate to it. And so I relate to you in that sense. Cup of tea for you. Hold on. So, yeah. And also, I'm, a disabled vet. I'm considered 50% disabled by the VA. I receive a disability pension, which gives me the freedom to where I don't really have to work for other people that I don't want to. I teach boxing, kickboxing, and MMA and grappling at a gym 2 nights a week, sometimes 3. And I also have private students that learn Kung Fu and Qigong and yoga. I do, various forms of body work, and I investigate things. I have time to now really dig into UFOs and paranormal events, and I've had many paranormal experiences, tons of them. And many people are highly skeptical and ridiculing and mocking me about that. But I mean, it's as real to me as, the last 10 times I went to the bathroom or the ground under my feet. It's that real to me. And the UFOs are something I'm like, it's not as real to me because I haven't experienced it, but the evidence just piles up. For a while, I was, sitting on that fence, and I'm fully off that fence, moving in that direction. Let's get disclosure. And yeah, I'm just trying to be the voice of maybe overcaution, maybe the worried cousin, uncle, brother, who's like, hey, just be careful you don't, trip on that. But I mean, you're competent of what you do. You're capable. I just don't want your passion to cloud the message for some people, right? We have to channel our passion so that it doesn't come off as aggression, doesn't come off as anger, because then people will dismiss you very easily. And also, thanks for the shout out on one of your videos. So just for pronunciation, my name is Belida. The last name is Uchkun. The U's have umlauts as if they were German. The 2 dots sound like U. So, and the C sounds like ch. Uchkun. It's a Turkish language, Turkic last name. And, I was born in Turkey, but I grew up here. I'm a dual citizen. I served in the Marine Corps and the New Jersey National Guard, active duty Marine Corps. So, I love this country. And if our country does have the capability or opportunity to decipher and reverse engineer alien technology, I want my country to be benevolent and find ways to share this with the entire world and benefit the entire world, benefit ourselves and the world, and stop, endless wars and, even this bickering and civil war amongst ourselves, and instead unite humanity positively, voluntarily, not as some imposed government, but as just natural cooperation within humanity to try to improve ourselves and our environment and get a handle on our problems. If these aliens, if what's happening, if this is an alien phenomena, we're being watched, maybe graded, right? If it's something other than aliens, who knows what it could be, but something is happening. That Navy report, that UAP report, may seem ambiguous to a lot of people, but it is very unambiguous in saying, darn it, something exists, and it is not drones, it is not us, and we do not think there's a country on this planet that could do what these things are doing. So if they're robots, drones, aliens, extra-dimensional beings, or some hidden civilization from the ocean, or, maybe within the solar system, all that seems unlikely. I mean, it seems like aliens would be the proper explanation, but we truly don't know, and we won't know until we look. It's just the way it is. You don't know what you don't investigate, and if you condemn something without investigating, you're being willfully ignorant, deliberately stupid, you know. And so, yes, we should look, and we should talk about it, and we should have a civil conversation about it. And I'm glad you're doing that, and I appreciate your shout out, man. Quirk Zone, everybody check out his channel. If you're into the topic, it is definitely worth listening to. He posts a lot of material, and it's getting better and better. Some of the video quality, some of the graphics, it's worth looking into. And I don't know if he has a Patreon page. I can't contribute great amounts of money to anything, but those of you that maybe are a little bit more well off, feel free to support his channel and mine if you want to. All right. Thank you all. Have a good day, and especially you, Quirk Zone.